Women help. 37 gay male recently realized I am attracted to women. My mom's formerly gay coworker, pretty flamboyant guy, decided he wanted to have kids when he was in his 40s and is with a woman now. I would imagine his situation is similar to yours. I don't really have advice to offer, but you're not alone. I 25F think for me, if I was dating a guy such as yourself that felt secure enough to be open about this with me, I'd probably feel intimidated at first. But everyone has a history. No one comes into dating as a blank slate. And if I felt like I really cared about this guy enough, and was confident he felt the same way about me, then I hope I'd do my best to make it work, just like any other relationship. I think women will be thrilled that a man who has actually experienced what it's like dating men will be available, and wants monogamy at that. Y'all do fine. Your stance on anal is kinda weird. Men disgust me, and yet I enjoy anal with women, and a lot of them seem to enjoy it. 46M and hetero for most of my life. Finding flex and attracted to feminine. It's a interesting transition. So nervous with trans women or femboys. Just be open. Explain your history. You will be fine. And use the bi label. I hope it's okay, I commented. Just don't be overly sexually with women at first. Let them bring up the subject first. Find an emotional connection first. You MSG need to initiate more than you are used to. I would think that after you have sex for the first time with a vagina, you are going to want to try others. I remember after losing my virginity, I was so curious about other dicks all of a sudden, not just my BFS. I was so horny all the time after losing my virginity, I'd wonder about guys I wasn't even previously interested in sexually, how big or small they were, what it would be like with them. This wore off thankfully, but I don't think I would go into it with the mind frame of being in a monogamous relationship with the first woman I was interested in if I were you. Have a few casual hookups first. Well, welcome to having sex with a much better, wetter and warmer hole. Wouldn't bother me at all. You sound like a great person. Yeah, women are great. I personally think there's absolutely nothing wrong with you wanting to be with a woman. Actually smiling lol. Reason is, I was talking to a friend of mine, 46-ish I think, anywho he's never been with a woman, and I've asked him, have you ever wondered what being with a woman intimately is like? His answer was yes. I've tried encouraging him to find out. Curious, do you think y'all pursue that? Kind of invested now lol. If when you go on your first date, will you let us know what you thought? I hope you don't take this comment rudely, just curious now. Is this an ad for a hookup? Now being serious. One thing he'll tell you, this post is misdirected. Most women who comment here will tell you that it doesn't matter if you're bisexual, and that you were such a perfect person, because it's very easy to comment based on hypotheses. The reality, as I was discussing with another man, is that many women are very put off by the fact that you're bisexual and have had many experiences with men. It doesn't mean that you won't find anyone, but it's a fact. In that sense, I recommend that you ask and trust the judgment of bisexual men who are ultimately in your same situation one way or another. And personally, I've seen it too, not just the fact of having had sex, but simply mentioning bisexual pushes women away. I don't know if you've seen this with your female friends, but I have seen comments like that. In any case, if you're looking for a monogamous heterosexual relationship, all you can do is be honest about your life story, accept that there will be women who will reject you for it, and move on. As a woman, I may be a little more curious, like were you a top or bottom? How is our relationship going to look in 10 years? I date for longevity, which people don't seem to do anymore. People with children, like myself, might have different views or opinions. I would love for you to be open and honest with me, but not so much my children unless they themselves came out. Then that would be a perfect opportunity. I personally feel like big opinion here, but a good percentage of LGBTQ just ride the wave and like the attention, or have serious mental, emotional, physical abuse trauma. I have known more people who have transitioned or came out as gay, but then years later revert back. I have some genuine non-judgmental questions. First and foremost, looking through your profile, you have posts saying you hate the gay community, bipolar episode, and are on a gay conservative forum. Is this liking women revelation truly out of your heart, or out of a social desire to fit in within the construct of being a conservative Christian man? I'm not wanting to come off rude or harsh at all, but I would recommend doing some soul searching and self-love. Try to figure out where you are on the spectrum of all life goals and what you desire in your future. If this is a big sway and change from your normal life of the past decades of always choosing men and now switching to liking women, try to take a look at yourself. And if this change is based on solid attraction, a lot of women would feel hurt if they were used to experiment with, and then be turned away if the experience wasn't what you imagined it to be. Just try to be careful with your heart and the hearts of others before you make any big moves. It's okay to change your likes and dislikes. However, it's best to make sure they are legitimately changed before entering a relationship. Go slow if you can.